Good morning. Pretty sunshine this morning. Let's breathe together. Start with posture and either on your back with your legs uncrossed, your bed, the floor, the sofa, maybe your recliner kicked back, or sitting in a chair. In a chair, rock side to side on your sit bones and then plant both of them evenly, firmly. Your knees bend at 90 degrees, hip width apart, with the feet flat on the floor, parallel, toes pointing forward. And then just notice yourself and surprise yourself by finding some tension that you weren't even aware of. Some good places to check that we typically carry tension is our shoulders, our jaw, our face, our head. Our tongue. Feel your head and feel it soft. Feel your scalp separate from your bony skull and let it expand as it releases. It feels like your ears lower. Feel that area across the back of your head and under that occipital ridge. Feel as though that drops and releases. Move across your face and release your forehead, your eyebrows, your eyelids and eyes, your cheeks, your lips, inside your mouth to your tongue from the base to the tip. Place the tip right behind the upper teeth and let it spread out to the sides. Now release your jaw and let all the softness flow out your shoulders and all the way down to your fingertips. See if you can feel your fingernails one at a time. Notice whether you created tension trying to feel your fingertips. Now let all the softness just flow throughout your body, down your neck, across your chest, your heart, your lungs, circulation, the blood, all the glands, the pancreas, the spleen, the adrenals, through your digestive system, and then divide at your legs and let it flow down the big muscles of the thighs, across the knees, into the calves, the ankles, the heels, and out your feet, out your toes. And we use descriptions to help us get our breath so that it's deeper and more whole body. And use the technique that works best for you. You can think of yourself like a barrel and pull the air in and round your belly up and then continue rounding the barrel up to the top and then letting the breath go. You can pull the breath in through both nostrils, and as the belly rounds up, notice the low fill of the breath. And as you exhale, slow the breath down a little slower and longer than the inhale was. And get comfortable. Don't try too hard. Just a normal sized breath, signaling you that you're pulling the air down to the bottom lobes of the lungs because your belly's rounding up. And continue the breath, pulling in through both nostrils, rounding, and then letting it go slow. and easy. And if it seems hard, make it a little easier. Make the breath a little shorter, not quite so long. Find that sweet spot for you and breathe to it. Good. On the next breath, at the top, take in 3 extra sniffs. Let the breath flow out a little longer and slower, and at the bottom, 3 puffs. Puff, puff, puff. And do that several times, sniffing at the top and puffing at the bottom, expanding your lung capacity. Now focus on your feet. Inhale and point your toes and notice whether your feet went out to the side. And straighten them so they're parallel to one another and the toes are pointing forward. And as you point your toes, continue your breath, mixing tension with relaxation. The feet tense and the rest of your body soft. With the breath. And hold and breathe. And then release the feet. Wiggle them. Let go of the tension and then do it again. Inhale and point the toes and hold the toes in that pointed position as you breathe. And make the point fit you. If you point tight enough, you'll find pain. Just go to that point where it says that's enough, and hold it there and breathe. And let that tension release and point a little more. Not going too far, but going to that spot where you can continue to breathe and allows the feet to point a little more. Good. Now release the feet and wiggle them again. And do it one more time. Inhale, point the toes, find that spot, and breathe to it. And notice yourself, and if you've picked up any tension that's not needed. Is your face still soft? Have your hands entered in? Make everything as soft as you can while maintaining the point in your toes, combined with the breath. And then release and let the feet go. And now use your big toe to draw circles and exaggerate the circles and rotate at the ankles and breathe the circle and rotate the feet. And then switch directions and go the other direction. Breathing the circle. Good. Been working with suspending the breath, recognizing it as a great technique to reset our nervous system. Aware of the pause. Sometimes life just keeps going and we don't take time to pause even for a second. And simple breath techniques that we use that use a pause give us that opportunity to just pause and wait. This morning, let's trace the fingers. Using the index finger of one hand to trace the fingers on the opposite hand, Put your index finger right at the base of the pinky finger and inhale as you pull your finger up to the top of the pinky finger. And at the top, finish the breath. And then pause, and maybe just for a 2 count, before you release and slide the finger down slowly as you exhale to the space between the fingers, and finish the exhale and then pause. Pause for about a 2 count. And then repeat on the ring finger, inhaling all the way to the top as you trace, finishing the inhale and then pausing at the top, and then letting the finger slide down. Finishing the breath at the bottom and then pausing for that 2 count. And continue tracing your way across your hand, the top and at the bottom, finding that pause. Wait. And in that pause, let everything be soft, a reminder to release your scalp. And continuing tracing your fingers across the hand. And when you get all the way to the thumb and are at the base of the thumb, switch directions and come back. And if you finish one hand, do the other hand. Practicing softening at the bottom. Practice softening at the top. And continue the breath and tracing the fingers. Good. And now release your hands and breathe in that round breath, and pause at the top for a 2 count and soften. And then release the breath a little slower and longer. And pause at the bottom and soften. And when you need to breathe, breathe. Don't wait so long that you have to gasp. Just comfortable. And quietly enjoy the work and the effects that you've created. And may the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Have a really great day.